Up next, it's Mr. and Mrs.
Believe it or not, there are those who are so taken with our filter coffee, they feel only the best water will do. It certainly won't do it any harm. But if you've ever tasted our filter coffee, it's hard to see how it can improve on it.
The very best of Motown love songs, 32 classic hits. Buy one, get one free from Telstar.
If your teeth hurt when you bite into something icy or take a hot drink, use Fresh Mint Sensodyne toothpaste and ask your dentist about sensitivity. With regular daily use, Sensodyne's special formula progressively acts on the sensitive areas, so relieving the pain. And Sensodyne cleans as brightly as any other toothpaste. Sensodyne's been proven time and time again to relieve the pain of sensitive teeth.
Coming soon, there's a great new season of films lined up for your entertainment on Thames. Alistair MacLean's Bear Island stars Donald Sutherland.
Somebody in this room is trying to kill us.
Who is Zelda?
Robert Redford and Jane Fonda star in The Electric Horseman.
I am in as much trouble as you are. If I go back there, I'm going to have to tell them everything I know.
Robert Shaw heads an all-star cast in Force 10 from Navarone.
You're Nikolai. You're the man who blew us in Greece.
Anthony Andrews stars in Agatha Christie's Sparkling Cyanide.
She's dead.
Kemp said it was something in her champagne, and I wasn't even sitting close to her.
And Sean Connery stars as 007 in Diamonds Are Forever.
I'm afraid you've caught me with more than my hands up.
This Thursday at 7:20, Bond is back in Diamonds Are Forever. One of a new season of films here on Thames.
Action there. Talking of action, Jack Regan reckons he's growing old. That means anything can happen in the Sweeney tonight at 8. But now it's Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs. Be nice to each other. Mr. and Mrs. You gotta love one another.
It's your husband and wife quiz game, Mr. and Mrs. Here's your host, Derek Beatty.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to Mr. and Mrs. And if you're regular viewers of the programme, which we hope you are, you'll know that sadly we haven't had a jackpot win for a couple of weeks. And that does mean that we start today with a jackpot of £900 here in the studio. All our couples will, of course, get those lovely souvenir Mr. and Mrs. clocks, as ever. And let me tell you, a little bit of extra excitement. We actually have another of our international matches today because we've got a couple from Wales, a couple from Scotland, and a couple from England. So let's see if one of them can win a great big jackpot. And who better to introduce our first Mr. and Mrs. than our lovely lass from Body, Scotland, Donna Mayers.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Rees from Bridgend in Glamorgan. They've been married for 43 years, have one son and one daughter, and 4 grandchildren. Mr. Rees is now retired.
Olwen and Cyril, 2 lovely Welsh names. And she nearly forgot your 4 grandchildren, didn't she, our Donna?
Yes.
And we mustn't forget them, must we,
No,
Olwen? Will
no.
they be watching you today?
Yes.
Would you like to give them a little wave in that camera there? Whoops. Not only wave, but you have nearly destroyed the studio, young lady. Look at that. Can I stand behind you? Can I have a shot on that camera, Uncle Harry, please? How's that for Chick Murray and Mady? I was over here because I wasn't over there. How did you meet her, Cyril?
At a dance.
Was it love at first sight?
No, not that love at first sight.
Not love at first sight?
But,
Took you a couple of glances, did it?
She told me later on, she was with a friend, and she said to her friend, see a little boy over there? He wants to take me home.
Yes?
He had registered for the army.
You liked him right away then, Olwen, did you?
Yes, yes.
It's a lovely, isn't that a lovely Welsh name? Because they've got lovely Welsh names, haven't they?
Yes,
Down
very
there.
nice.
And you live really in the heart of Wales, don't you, Bridgend?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Heart of rugby?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Max Boyce would say, I know, because I was
There.
There, yes. I've been there, yes. We were down in Llanelli.
Oh, well,
That's
a good many miles
is
from
it?
us,
And we
yes.
did the show at that lovely new theatre in Cardiff.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's about 20 miles away.
Yes. And in the summer we're going into North Wales. Do you ever go to North Wales?
No.
No.
Because we're going to Llandudno.
No.
Do you ever go to Llandudno?
No.
You've got to say it right, haven't you?
No.
Llandudno,
Yes.
We're going there on Thursday night, so you'll have to come and see the show.
Yes.
Anyway, now, young lady, £900 to Wales, we hope. Choose one of those. If you get that, they'll keep a welcome in the hillside for you.
Forever.
Forever, yes. Blue sheet of paper. Cyril, stay with me. Alwyn, would you like to relax? Mind that little step, my darling. 43 years you've been married, Cyril?
Yes.
And I'll bet it just seems like yesterday.
Yes, yesterday, yes, it does.
You know what a terrible day yesterday was.
Oh.
Only joking, Cyril.
Not a
She
record
can't
day.
hear us now. We're a bit
No.
safe, you see. Ready for the first one? Best
Yes.
of luck. On holiday, does your wife tend to concentrate on getting a good tan, or having a good rest, or doing a bit of sightseeing? What does she concentrate on most?
Having a good rest.
Having a good rest. Second question. Which of these kinds of pie would your wife prefer for her evening meal, given the choice? Does she like steak and kidney, or pork pie, or mince and onion pie?
Steak and kidney.
Steak and kidney. And the last one. If you really had to make a little complaint about your wife, just a little one, and she can't hear us, remember, which of these is nearest to the truth, would you say? She's a little bit demanding at times, she nags a bit at times, or she's a little bit scatterbrained at times?
Nags at times.
Does she? Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that, Cyril. Bring Alwyn back to us. She'll kill him when she comes out here. What
I
about
hope
her little
not.
faults? Has she any problems at all?
Oh, yes.
What's the worst?
She's very nervous crossing a road when there's traffic.
Is she?
Very nervous.
Is she? What, you worry about traffic?
Very.
Alwyn?
Yes, yes.
So does young Cyril take you over all the time then?
Yes, he does.
You're not nervous tonight, though, are you?
No, no, not
Nothing
now.
to be nervous about.
No.
Get these right for us, Alwyn. On holiday, you're having a nice holiday. What do you tend to concentrate on? Do you like to have a good rest when you're on holiday? Or get a good suntan? Or go tearing round sightseeing? What do you like doing best?
Rest.
Resting. That one's correct. Which of these kinds of pie would you like to have for your evening meal if you had the choice? You could have a nice pork pie, or some steak and kidney pie, or mince and onion.
Mince and onion.
Oh, Alwyn, what did he say, everybody? Kate and Sydney, steak and kidney, he said. Never mind. If he had to make a little complaint about you, just a little one, which of these would be nearest to the truth, did he say? That you're a little bit scatterbrained at times, did he say? Or you nag a little bit at times? Or you're a little bit demanding at times? What do you think he said?
Nag.
Nah, he did, Alwyn. Off you go, Cyril. Oh, Alwyn, I am sorry about that steak and kidney. Come and
Yes.
move along a little bit, because I did fancy you to win the jackpot.
Oh.
Just stay in the middle of those two microphones, my darling, then we'll see you nice and clear. Does your husband tend to make real friends very easily? You know, almost the first time he meets anybody, do they become friends? Or only after he's met them a few times? Or does it take him a long time to make real friends?
No, it's straight away.
Straight away, he makes
Yes.
friends straight away.
Yes.
And which of these kinds of food would be most likely to give him indigestion or an upset tummy? Some rich pastry, or cucumber or onions, you know, in a salad, or greasy food, or do none of those things trouble him? Anything give him indigestion?
No, I don't think
He's got
so.
a good strong tummy, has he?
Yes.
And finally, how would you describe one of his most loving kisses these days? After 43 years, would you say Cyril's kisses are exciting, or thrilling, or a bit on the sloppy side?
A bit on the sloppy side, I'll
Oh, hey. Poor old Cyril. Bring him back. You are looking at a sloppy kisser. Before he comes back, don't tell anybody. Cyril, come and join us, young man. First question, Cyril. It's about making real friends. Did your wife say you take a very long time to make friends, or you have to meet people several times, or you're very quick at making friends? You like people and you make friends fairly quickly. What did she say?
Would you repeat that?
Yes, I will. You take a long, long time to make real friends, or you have to meet people 4 or 5 times before you get to know them well, Or you make friends, you tend to make friends very quickly?
I'll have to meet him about 4 or 5 times.
I thought you might say that. She said very quickly, never mind. Which of these foods would give you a bit of indigestion? Rich pastry, or cucumber and onions in a salad, or greasy things, or don't they bother you much at all? You got a good tummy for food.
Oh, I got a good tummy.
That's what she said. And Cyril, the one we're really interested in now. It's about your kissing her. Did she say these days your most loving kisses are exciting, or thrilling, or maybe just a little bit on the sloppy side? What do you think she said?
Would you repeat that?
I will.
Yes, I know.
Do you want to practice a kiss by any chance? Is here? Yes. Did she say your kisses were exciting, or thrilling, or a bit on the sloppy side these days?
Bit on the sloppy side.
Yes, Cyril. And Cyril, she knows 'cause she was there. Yes. We have got for you, my darlings, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Clock, and that's what you really want, isn't it, to take back there to Bridgend with our love. We've got £40 to put in the kitty. It's been a pleasure to meet you both. But we wish you many more happy years together. And stay with us right now, because we're going to meet our couple who are going to play for that holiday jackpot that we have every week. We need more qualifiers for that big, marvellous cruise. Let's see if tonight's couple can do it. Let's meet them right now.
Our holiday jackpot hopefuls tonight are Mr. and Mrs. Nicholson from Gleadless in Sheffield. They've been married for 10 years and have 2 children. Mr. Nicholson is a salesman.
Hi, Jeff. How are you? Well? Not so bad. Representing Yorkshire Television, all the tykes down there. How did you meet him?
Well, we were just school kids, really.
Were you?
Mm.
Is he the,
Childhood sweetheart.
Childhood sweetheart, isn't that romantic? Yeah. Is he the only boyfriend you ever had then?
No.
No. What's her worst fault, I must ask you?
Nagging.
A bit of a nag?
Yes.
No, not really, no.
What is your ambition in life, Jeff?
To quell the nagging in my wife.
Stop her nagging. That's a good ambition. You know what you've got to do for us? Score 300 or more to come back for a chance of the cruise, but there are prizes all along the way. First game is waiting for you. Donna, lovely Donna, take our friends across to the board. There we go. This, I think this is not too easy, folks. So take a second or two to look at this. We've got down one side a lot of ladies' names. Mrs. Forsyth, Mrs. Bonington, Mrs. Harris, Mrs. Blythe, Mrs. Heriot, Mrs. Nicklaus. They're all famous wives. Well, they're wives of famous people. On the other side, we've given you some rather funny descriptions of where they might find their husbands. See what I mean? If I gave you an example like Mrs. James Hunt might find her husband on the track. You see what I mean? Because he's a racing driver. Got the idea?
Yeah.
See if you can pair them up. There's more than you need. Take the ones off you don't need and give us 6 correct answers. 40 seconds starting now. Here we go. Where would Mrs. Forsyth find her husband? Where would Mrs. Bonington find hers? Are you working it out, audience? Oh, good. Well, we're throwing 1 or 2 husbands away here, I think. Could you cheat a little across to the left, my darling?
Sorry.
That's it, and then the folks at home will get a glimpse of what you're doing as well. It's not easy, is it? You've got about 15 seconds, stacks of time yet, don't panic. I'll panic for all of us. Ah! One more. Quick, quick, Andy. That's it. Finish, Jeff. Got a 1 in for everybody.
All wrong, I think.
Right. Come on, mini-skirted monster. Isn't that lovely? Well, I think this is not too easy, but we'll find out how this young couple have done. Mrs. Forsyth, we think, would find her husband.
Playing cards.
Playing his cards right. That's good. We've agreed on that. Well, Mrs. Bonington.
Talking to himself, we've got
No,
this side. No.
we have it right on this side. You should find him on the rocks.
That's right, yeah.
That's correct. Mrs. Harris.
We've got on the rocks for that one.
No, we've got painting the town. Actually, the one you missed is talking to himself, because it's Orville's daddy.
I was thinking of Rolf.
It is. Oh, you got the wrong Harris. Mrs. Blythe, Shay Blythe, Mrs.
We've got pot watching for that.
We're all right. We're all at sea here, and that's where you'll find Shay. Mrs. Harriet.
We've got all at sea for that one.
No, we've got pot watching. Actually, James Harriet's the veterinary. And you would find him, we thought, taking the lead with his doggy. Sit! Never mind. And Mrs. Nicklaus?
In a bunker.
In a bunker. Right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 correct here, 2 on that side. Yes. That's £60, not a bad start. 60 on the scoreboard. Not an easy game. Swing the ball post there. Here we go with the second game. This one I think you'll find nice and easy. Very simple. It's all about antiques. Everybody loves antiques and old things. That's why I'm popular. Never mind. What's your favourite type of antique? If you were making a collection, would you go for china or clocks or paintings or brass or furniture? Put them in the order of preference and see if you can agree with each other. Off you go, 40 seconds. You can change them round if you want to. Some couples change them round and then get them wrong. Some change them round and get them right. 20 seconds left if you have any changes to make. Happy, Jeff? Right. Stop the music. Right, Beverly.
Back again.
You tell us what you said first.
Brass. That's right, we've got that.
Great, £30. A bit of brass you've won there, yes. Next.
China.
China. Clocks we have, yes. What's next?
Furniture.
Yes.
Furniture, the last one must be. Paintings, what about that? 150 for the childhood sweetheart. We're on £210. £210. I'm not going to say anything because sometimes you can be so near and yet so far, but they're in with a great chance of that cruise if they can make that 300. Will they do it? We hope so in the second part of the programme. See you soon.
ESP is when you feel it before it happens. Now, ESP is extrasensory perfume spray from Yardley. You sensed it, and you knew the perfume would be you. ESP, extrasensory perfume by Yardley.
Did you know that Sarson's helps you make tasty homemade relishes? Don't say vinegar, say Sarson's.
These beautiful ladies are proving that the soap that's mild and gentle on their skin also lasts longer. The girls on the right are washing with Fairy. The other girls are using another leading soap. Look, when other soap runs out, Fairy goes on caring. Proof that Fairy lasts longer.
Jeff and Andrea Nicholson from lovely Sheffield, poised there with £220. We had a little correction during the break because Andrea very cleverly decided that Mr. Harris would be found painting the town. We had thought of Keith Harris, she thought of Rolf Harris, and it was clever, wasn't it? And the jury has decided to award you the extra £10. So well done. Now, that means you need 80 more. 2 of these right, and you must agree on these things, I have to tell you. See the products in front there? All rather exotic foods from different countries of the world. For instance, I can't tell you what they are, but let's look along them so that the folks at home. Behind them, we have lots of names of different foods, more names than there are actually foods there. The audience can see the names, and you can see the names on the backs. What you have to do is to identify them. And you must agree, as I say, on your identification. Are you ready? Best of luck. 40 seconds. Start now, please. Off we go. The shutter is going up. Pull the ones away that you don't need, Jeff. Then we won't be confused. "20 seconds left, folks. Put them to the side, Andrea, the ones you don't need, and then we'll have... Are you happy with all that, Jeffrey? Yes. Is Andrea happy?
Yes.
Speak to me. Right,
yes.
Stop the music. Come and see him. Are you going to try for the QE2? You're not too keen to look, are you? We'll take the board down. What have we got first? Poppadoms, £40. Frankfurters, agreed? £40. You're wrong on that one. It was sliced bamboo shoots, those little things there. Yes? Escargot, the snailies, another £40, and the caviar. You've got 4 right, that's 160. £380 you've got. Yes! Sit down, Mrs. Stout. Lovely. Oh, put it down. Isn't that terrific, Donna?
Fabulous.
Right, let me tell you, and let me give you the things. A bottle of champagne. Don't drink it now, wait till we get home. Your lovely clock.
Lovely, thank you.
£380. Hang on to that, because you may need it to spend on... Sensible lady. You've also won a lovely super weekend, all paid for, in a super hotel in London, a Stardust weekend. You can take that whenever you want. And you will be coming back on the last programme of the series with a chance of the £2,500 cruise on the QE2. Are you excited?
Oh, yes.
Wait a few weeks, we'll see you again very soon. Would you say congratulations to our friends from Sheffield? Well done. And let's meet our next Mr. and Mrs.
And our last couple are Mr. and Mrs. Baxter. They're from Socky in Scotland. They have been married 8 years. They've got 2 daughters. Mr. Baxter is a welder.
Marion and Adam, how are you both?
Fine, thanks.
Well, our Welsh couple just missed the jackpot, but our couple from England have just got themselves a chance of that marvellous cruise. Is Scotland going to win the £1,000? I asked the audience, are they going to win this? Yes. There you are. Everybody's on your side. How did you meet him, Marion?
At the dance. He was a steward at the dance.
I see. Oh, you've always been an important character, eh? Up there in Socky. Right. Choose one of those, Marion. We'll blether as we go along, because the main thing is to give you ample time to win this jackpot. Blue sheet of paper on top. Adam, stay with me. Marion, relax over there. You work as a welder. Who are you working with?
Electricity board.
Or you work really hard then?
Yep.
Look at that. Says that with conviction as well. First question, Adam. And we can see them from where I'm standing. How would you describe your wife's legs? They look quite nice to me. Would you say they're a bit on the chubby side, slender, shapely, or sexy?
A bit on the chubby side.
Oh, do you think she'll agree? Is she going to say that?
I hope so.
Are you settling for chubby then? She'll kill you, you know? Right. Did your wife accept you the first time you proposed to her, the second time, or did you have to ask her more than twice before she said she'd marry you?
She accepted the first time.
Of course she would. Of course she would. And if your wife was really to have a dream fulfilled, would she want to be, or have been, a famous fashion model? Would that always be a dream, do you think? Or would she like to have been a member of the royal family? Or the Prime Minister, perhaps? Or a great sportswoman? What would she like to have been or be?
A great
dream.
sportswoman.
Right. Could we have the young Marion back now, please? Beverly Isherwood. Isn't Beverly looking lovely today in the little...
Thank you.
That's a wee Scottish, almost a sort of Scottish plaid.
Could be.
Could be.
Cool.
Right. Hope it brings you luck, Marion. He told the truth, I have to tell you, and you know, shamed the devil on all of this. I asked him to describe your legs as you were sitting there showing them to us. Now, did he say they were slender, or shapely, or sexy, or maybe a bit on the chubby side?
A bit on the chubby side.
Ah, yes. Great. Did you accept him as your prospective husband the first time he proposed to you, or the second time, or did he have to ask you more than twice?
First time.
You're all right up to now. It's going well, isn't it? Think about this one. If you really were to have a dream fulfilled, you know, either childhood dream or present day, would you want to be a famous fashion model, a member of the royal family, a great sportswoman, or the Prime Minister? What would you like to have been, perhaps?
Great sportswoman.
Off you go, Adam. Hey. I am going to say nothing. We are halfway to £1,000, Marion.
I don't think so.
Have you got them crossed? Everybody, get your fingers crossed. Everybody at home, cross your fingers now. Do either of you, both of you, or neither of you wear a wristwatch in bed at night?
Adam wears a wristwatch at night.
You don't.
I don't.
He does. Second question. A musical question. If your husband was given a spinet, S-P-I-N-E-T, a spinet, would he blow it, bang it, use his fingers to play it, or would he have no idea what it was if he didn't see it?
I don't know what it is.
It's a little sort of old-fashioned piano sort of tinkly thing. spinet?
I'll say doesn't know.
He doesn't know, he'd have no idea. And which of these would you have the greatest difficulty in persuading Adam to do? Go shopping with you, judge a beauty contest, or dress up in fancy dress for a party?
Go shopping with me, I think.
That's the he doesn't like going shopping with you?
No.
Right. Are you happy with those? Anything you want to recheck?
No, okay.
You're fine. Right, so just a quick recap. He wears the wristwatch.
He wears a wristwatch.
He wouldn't know what a spinet was
I
if
don't
he
think
fell
so.
over one. And he wouldn't go, shopping is
Oh,
the
he hates
difficult.
shopping.
Righto, Beverly in the Scots plaid dress. Bring him back. We do hope. What's his worst fault?
Oh, watching TV all the time and driving.
You don't like his driving?
No, he's terrible.
It's terrible. You don't have to do any driving tonight, Adam. You can buy half a new car with this. The best of luck. Think carefully. I said, do either of you, both of you, or neither of you wear a wristwatch in bed at night?
I wear a wristwatch in bed.
We are four correct, 2 to go for £1,000. If you were given a spinet, S-P-I-N-E-T, would you know that you would blow it, bang it, use your fingers to play it, or don't you really know what it is?
Don't really know what it is.
I have never seen a bigger sigh of relief. We chubby legs is delighted with you up to now, I tell you. We've got 5 right, haven't we? 5 right. This is it for £1,000 for Sochi. Which of these would she have the greatest difficulty in persuading you to do, Adam? Judge a beauty contest, go shopping with her, or dress up in fancy dress for a party? What did she say?
Go shopping.
Beverly, come back and join us here. Look at this. Can I show everybody? Do you mind if I flash your money around for a wee bit? Look at that. That is £1,000. Eh? Congratulations to you both. What a lovely end. So we've got one couple today qualifying for the QE2 and one with £1,000. Congratulations to you both. We'll see you again next week when we start with another jackpot, more cruises on offer. So until we meet again, from the girls.
Bye. Bye.
And from me and everybody here, have a good week. Be nice to each other. God bless. Bye, everybody. Bye. Hey, that is great. That is lovely.